morning, everybody. It's a Friday on our way to work. Didn't film yesterday. In the morning I removed the camera system for a lady in her car, and then in the afternoon we had Kickers Unmasked 2021 SEMA reveal, kinda. So they were saying that SEMA's cancelled this year because of COVID. They wanted to show off some new products, talk about some bits and bobs, so they did an unmasked event for dealers and distributors. So we got to see some new products, learn a bit about the new products, and just basically ask questions if we wanted to, which was kind of cool. It went on, if I'm honest, way too long. It was 4.5 hours at the end of it. It should have been individual stations that you could have picked and choose as to what you wanted to listen and learn about, because a lot of the stuff, like I'm inland, there's not much I'm going to do with marine and boats, so that kind of section, and you know, things like the ATV stuff, I don't do ATVs, kind of a bit pointless, but good to see anyway. But you should have been able to pick and choose, because yeah, 4.5 hours. It started at 3 o'clock and I think I eventually got home at like 7:30 or something like that, and it was just God. A lot of work went into it by Kicker, but yeah, just a bit long-winded. But today we've got Audi A3 coming in first off for a dash cam, their own equipment, and then they're going to swap cars and bring me in. The bloke's got a new Jag, brand new, and I'm supplying the top of the range thinkware, the q800 Pro, front and rear into that with park mode. So that's happening today. I got a chance to ride the Segway yesterday as well. I had a little bit of time off in the morning, so went for a little bimble on the Segway. Absolutely love it. Actually, looking down at the dash, we need some fuel before I run out. Let's go do that. Yeah, so Segway had it kind of up to its top speed. I'm getting a bit more confident on it now, sort of trusting in it. I did manage to set it on a bit of a like meltdown. It started beeping, all the alarms started going off. I was ripping down the road, did a turn, went up an incline, but I basically got from the flat to the incline too quickly. And as I hit the incline at speed, obviously it's designed to work out your balance. So I think it figured, or the computers figured out, that all of a sudden I went from, it doesn't understand hills, if you understand, yeah. So everything to it is a flat plane, and where you are, it tries to keep you kind of 90 degrees from that. That's the balance point. So all of a sudden I'm riding along and I'm at, like, let's say a 10 to 15 degree angle, my body compared to the road, and then I hit this incline, and obviously the tires suddenly start feeling imbalanced and think that suddenly I'm at like 45 or 50 degree angle. So all the alarms suddenly went off, and the thing was jerking and was, you know, trying to get me to stop, and you know, it's like, are you having an accident? What's going on? So yeah, so I've managed to kind of freak it out, which was interesting to see, but fun nonetheless. Anyway, petrol, let's get some fuel. And we're back. Now we've got some motion lotion. Never good when you see your to be honest, that red light's been on for a few days now. I have been playing fuel station lottery. But we're going to get off to work, get these cameras done. Neil's in tomorrow, so we've got a busy day tomorrow. Lots of stuff coming in. The 2 Fiats are coming in, which I, you know, went out to the mobile job on to remove the stuff. It'll be a good busy weekend, and of course it's coming into winter time and fall, so autumn is definitely here. The leaves are dropping madly. It's nice and fresh and cool. and damp and wet, and I love it. It's awesome. Naughty, naughty, very naughty. Here's our first one in today. It's a maroon Jaguar XF. Or is it XK? I always forget these things. No, it's an XF, I'm sure it is. XF, yes it is. So this one's brand new. It's got a few nice little touches on it. It's got a suede headliner, comfort seating, the old perforated leather, and the dash is pretty funky too. But we're putting front and rear cameras in it. So we've got rear camera going to go in the back window there, come down the side, down to the fuse box, fuse tap it, so it's approved, warranted and safe. I like these little things too. Some nice touches on it. Not my bag, but it's alright. Bit luxury. And that grille. That's a statement, isn't it? I said I wasn't going to do it. I said I wasn't going to do it. But I am going to do it. So we've got some stock in for a few jobs that have come in. Some cameras and stuff. Mirror monitor for a van. Can you send me the right bits? Yes he did, good man. Some thinkwares and a brake light camera. Looks good. This is for a Citroen relay we've got coming up next week. Also got some parking sensors which are going to a BMW. Cool. And Can you guess what it is? You will notice that the Lotus door panel is ajar. Well, it's not a jar, it's a door panel, but you know what I mean. Ooh. Thanks, JL. So, $500-watt 4-channel amplifier, but it is the mini series. This is more meant for kind of like the kind of ATV marine application, because all the connections are sealed up, but it gives me scope to hide this thing wherever I want to and not worry about, you know, dirt, water ingress, that kind of stuff. So we've got our sealed chamber under here for my crossovers and stuff, and the gain adjustment and the frequencies and how I run the amplifier. But that's 500 watts with 4-channel.
Good with getting some free fuel.
Yeah, if it works.
Are we on video?
You are now. I can mute it out, it's not a problem.
Put the whole block together. And what's the first thing I should have put in? The spring.
Oh, really? Oh, so you got to take it all apart again? That sucks. That sucks. Yeah, so this one's IPX7 water resistant. That's not bad for a 500-watt amplifier that size. And then in here, something rather cool. Now, if you ever watch my videos back, we did a Bentley with the Ben-Hur system, and I put these inside the Bentley, and I was rather impressed with them. They are mighty cool. So I bought, as you can probably already tell, the C5653 3-way JL audio component set. So we've got some nice tasty grills, 4-inch, some screws and stuff in there, and then we've got our 4-inch mid drivers, 10 centimeter, same difference, with our little support bracket backing plate. Real nice quality speaker, big strong terminals, well thought out, well designed. Look at that, that's cool, isn't it? Beautiful. Let's actually put it back in its plastic. One. We've got templates for the drivers, some stickers, tweeter mounts, and all the gubbins I'm going to need to fit the speakers. I'm not using these connections, I'm going to solder everything. And then inside here we have the passive crossover with some nice touches. So we've got obviously speaker attenuation, mid-range and tweeter. Yeah, so we've got mid-range attenuation and tweeter attenuation. So we've got what they're high, reference, low, 2 decibels, reference, minus 1.5, minus 3. That's a cool looking crossover. Do like that. So that's that. I don't do much stuff with JL, if I'm honest, but when I do, I really like it. It's really, really nice stuff. And then these are the tweeters which are going to go into the doors. So we've got our little tweeter flush pod there with a little obviously mount that we're going to use, and that will give me some kind of placement on the tweeter and how it sits. This cap is actually going to go into the factory tweeter spot. Go and grab the door, see if it fits straight in. Yeah, that's going to go in there, lovely. Cool. So I don't lose him. And then we have our mid driver. So again, another nice flat classy grille. The back of the speaker beautifully made. I kind of think it looks like a Ferrari wheel with these pieces and the edge. It's a good looking speaker, that, from the back, beautiful. And then in the front, again, plain black cone, nice and simple. Got the little dots around. I wonder what they're for. Be some reason. Locating tabs to put the grill on so you don't mess it up and you keep it true. It's a real classy speaker, that, and it's a nice strong weight as well, lovely and heavy. Posh. I'm excited for them. So these are going to go in the doors. So the way that Lotus is set up, we got mids and tweeters, mid-range and tweeter in the door, and then the 4-inch is going to go up on the dash, and then we can kind of set up a bit of time alignment and stuff like that. That's actually wood grain under there, but I don't like the wood, so I removed it and actually wrapped it myself in vinyl because I didn't like looking at the wood. Keep the trees, save the trees. Don't put it in cars. But yeah, dead excited about that. I said I wasn't going to do it, but what can I say? You've got the better of me. Never mind. Right, let's crack on with this jack. Oh. So, thinkware camera has powered up. Let's grab our phone. We'll just move this bad boy outside a second. And brake off. Some Blues playing tennis in the dash. Boop, boop, boop. Your serve. Ping pong. Hello, Harry. So let's get into park right now. So camera's on. What we need to do is now set it up. So we're just going to open my phone, press on the Wi-Fi button, which is just there.
On your smartphone, connect to a Wi-Fi network whose name starts with thinkware.
Alrighty then. So we're going to find our application. There we go, thinkware. get this so you can see it. We've not got glare. So this is our sort of short list, and what we want to do is we're looking for Wi-Fi. Oh, not that one. Yeah. Camera. Right, we want to connect via Wi-Fi.
GPS connected.
Yes. Wi-Fi settings. So we'll now do a check for Wi-Fi. Password is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Enter. Checking the connection of your internet. Now Samsungs have started doing this. When you connect to something, it asks you about staying on Wi-Fi or do you want to disconnect. And no matter what you choose on here, it always seems to mess up the camera. So I tend to just go back up again.
Connected to a smartphone.
And then once we come back out of it, it automatically throws us into the application. So if we click on live view, so there's our front camera in nice fat 2K. And then if I want to switch to the rear one, I can go R for rear. And there's my back camera. Pretty sweet, right? Let's go back to front. There we go. Right, now I want to go back to the settings. So we are going to go back up to settings, and I've got dash cam settings over here. So I want memory card settings. So continuous priority, that is right. We can format the SD card from here.
Memory card format will now start. Memory card format completed.
There we go. And we come back out of there and we want to go record settings. So we've got continuous mode, incident recording sensitivity low. Super night vision, parking mode, yes. Parking mode is disabled, we want to turn that on. So I have mine on motion detection. So if somebody's going to key your car, they're not going to move it. So it gets them walking to and from. And then we've got impact sensitivity and parking mode is mid, motion sensitivity mid, recording timer 48 hours, battery protection enabled, shut off voltage, we'll stay at 12 volts, 24 volts we're not interested in. Wintertime protection wintertime battery protection. So around November, December, January, February, it will just basically keep an eye on that battery a bit more. We come back out of that and then it will automatically save those systems to the camera. So road safety settings, safety cameras enabled, sedan. Yes, it's got radar on this thing as well, so if you're approaching a vehicle fast and the vehicle is slowing, it will bong at you to tell you that you're about to have an accident, which is quite cool. It's got lane departure warnings as well in case you fall asleep and drift across lanes. Very, very clever. Safety settings, right, English, volume, security LED. I like to have the left and right. Yes. We can set our daylight saving hours, speed limits in kilometers and miles an hour, speed stamp enabled or disabled. So if you wanted like a speed stamp on the camera, it will tell you what you're doing. Voice recording enabled. We'll back up, save that to the camera, and that's pretty much it. The camera's now ready to go. So if we go off format again,
memory card format will now start. Memory card format completed.
right, back up. Now if I disconnect my Wi-Fi, see it says they're connected via Wi-Fi q800 Pro. So if I disconnect it, go away, press back up to cancel.
Disconnected from a smartphone.
So now it's disconnected from my smartphone. Basically normal recording should resume. I'm going to turn my Wi-Fi off just to make sure. Let's just go back down here a second. Information. No, I don't want to connect. Forget this network. Right. So now if I switch the car off, that should now go into park mode. Amazing, right? Yeah. Let's give him a call, tell him it's done. Next into our big brother household is this Audi A3 5-door. Sorry, that was the worst accent ever. Same again, dash camera. But this one's their own. Little Nardo grey business. Business! We're having a Garmin in this one. I think this was meant for the Jag originally. But when I told him about the 2K, he was like, yeah, let's have that one. So this one's got the Google screen and everything, dead cool. Camera up here, hardwire kit down, around and in. All the cables hidden. Cracking. And I've started playing with the JLs already. While I was waiting for the Jag to be picked up. So this is my old speaker panel that was in the Lotus. An old bit of ply, and I've basically cut some new ones. This is the new one, the other side, and I've painted this one. Painted it a black, and then I've mounted the JL C5 in there. That's the mid-range, obviously. Looks cool, right? Posh. Ready for the doors of that little badger. Right. Mr. Audi is done. There's our camera. Settings. Cool. Oh, what a day. What a day. Hope you're good. Doing a couple of things. So these are the new JL ringlets, obviously for the tweeter, and these are the standard Alpine ones that come with the Esprit. Slight difference in size, so I'm going to get a collar made, but I need to find a shop that does like laser cutting. If you probably watch, you'll see 5-star, the guy's got a, I think it's a Glow laser cutter. I had a look into them, price of them. I'm not spending £5 on a laser. It's a bit much for me, but never say never. So tweeters are kind of in the process of like work happening. The mids, just shut this up. Shut this up. Oh shit. Smashed the cup. The mids are, sorry, get the right key. Had a day of it today, it's been non-stop. Grab me, fuck it. Grab my bag. Right. Tweeters, mids. So, car is coming apart. It's a pain in the ass to do, and I mean like a serious pain in the ass. So that's the mid that's in the dash, 4-inch. That's the 6-inch sub, which is in the door, and then the tweeter, which goes in the door card as well. So I've had to route all the cable backward to get this sort of loose. I have a tear in the plastic here, this covering, which I really don't like. So I've got some aircraft braiding. We're going to change this for an aircraft braided cover, so it'll look nicer, won't have a tear in it, and then I've got to do the other side. I've got the Lotus in pieces. These are my speaker connections, which are running into the door, which we are going to run obviously into the crossover. So that's going to be my my sub, and my tweeter goes into the door, and then obviously that one there is for the mid-range, which will be the 4-inch. I've got one of them done. This one. So this one is ready to go. I've got all the speakers screwed in, painted, and we've got some sort of rubberized trim on the back to stop vibration on the door. And then we're just starting this one. The paint's just drying on that one. Got my screws ready, got my tape ready to sort of silence the vibration, and then that one's done. Saturday tomorrow, obviously we've got Neil down. We've got the 2 Fiat multiplers coming in for head units and subs. 2 kickers, 1 no, sorry, it's not a kicker. One of them is a JBL. I thought I'd sold him a kicker. I hadn't. I'd sold him a JBL. So one is having a JBL 8, the Pro. Used to be my favourite sub until I sort of got hold of kicker and listened to their stuff. So one's having an old Kenwood unit and a JBL Pro. The other's having a new Pioneer unit and a kicker. I'm sure once he hears the kicker, we'll probably be doing another one in the other car. I didn't know, actually, we were talking when I was taking the stuff out of the Land Rover. He used to started a bar in Swindon called Long's. It was him who started it, and I used to DJ there. So we kind of had a common interest as such, which was quite funny. As they say, 7 degrees of separation, if you know what that means. But it's Friday done. I'm on my way home. I think the Lexus is out here somewhere. Neil tomorrow. I've got a busy day. lots of stuff happening, so we'll pick up the GoPro and do some more filming. But I will see you tomorrow, guys. Bye.